The following statement pertains to Bob Dylan's stealing of James Damiano's songs and is evidence in a federal lawsuit against Bob Dylan. I hereby declare under penalty of perjury, pursuant to 28 U.S. Code Section 1746, that on September 15th, 1995, I, James Damiano, filed a copyright infringement lawsuit against Bob Dylan in the United States Federal District Court. According to the record of the court, it is conclusive that in James Damiano's lawsuit against Bob Dylan, the court was negligent in maintaining legitimacy, honesty, and lawfulness. On March 14, 1996, Judge Joe B. Rosen granted Bob Dylan a confidentiality order for all discovery materials to be designated as confidential. When the court granted Bob Dylan the gag order, the court, became complicit in Bob Dylan's stealing of James Damiano's songs by assisting Bob Dylan to cover up the actual depth of the songs to the public. The court also attempted to cover up the illegal and unlawful dismissal of the lawsuit itself, among many other crimes that will be brought to light in this statement and which are also entered upon the record of the court. The official record of the court substantiates one of the United States federal government's largest verifiable frauds upon the court, diminishing the integrity of the federal judiciary to the level of the criminals it prosecutes. For starters, the United States District Court held James Damiano in contempt of Judge Joe B. Rosen's gag order with videotape depositions that incriminated Bob Dylan. The court then proceeded to cover up the fraud it committed by holding James Damiano in contempt for posting depositions on the internet that incriminated Bob Dylan. The court has libeled itself in defaming James Damiano. Holding James Damiano in contempt was the court's way of fooling the world into believing that James Damiano has done something wrong, even criminal. The court's documentation of judicially entering these charges on the record of the court has backfired to the extent that they have documented their own fraud upon the court by defaming James Damiano to the public.
Not many times, but on those occasions when he would ask me, could I pass on something to Mr. Dylan, I may have said to him, I'll try and pass it along, 4 words to that effect. Just to place that in context, I want you to know that, because I'm a truthful person.
Do you recall ever giving Mr. Damiano your fax number?
Yes.
And when Mr. Dylan, how do you reach him?
I phone him.
At his home?
If he's in Los Angeles, yes. If he's on the road, I try and locate him that way. Under the subject of mistruths spoken to your client, during the course of these telephone conversations, he would frequently ask me to pass along information, ask questions about Bob, or to Bob about him.
Have you ever lied to Mr. Damiano?
Yes.
And can you list for me the times that you lied to him?
Many times, not many times, but on those occasions when he would ask me, could I pass on something to Mr. Dylan, I may have said to him, I'll try and pass it along, 4 words to that effect.
Concert, if we may, to the time when you offered the tickets to Mr. Damiano before the concert actually took place. Okay. During that point in time when you offered the tickets to him and before he actually went to the concert, did you ever say to him or suggest to him that maybe he should bring some of his songs with him?
No, I did not.
Do you deny saying that, or is it you just don't recall one way or the other?
I deny suggesting to Jim that he bring songs along with him. I did, however, concur with him when he asked me, do you think I should bring my songs with me? I said, sure, why not? What could it hurt?